James Webb Telescope, new discovery before Big Bang. Imagine knowing nothing about your childhood, nothing about where you came from, and spending years hunting for the answers. Then someone hands you a just-discovered trove of photographs of yourself as an infant. You'd finally be able to scrutinize every detail, searching for clues about yourself and how you came to be the way you are. That's just what it'll be like for astronomers once the long-anticipated $10 billion telescope finally blasts off into space in the coming days. If all goes well, it'll show them what the universe looked like as a newborn nearly 14 billion years ago, right at the cusp of the Big Bang. Excited to learn more? Well, you're in luck, because today in our video we'll tell you about the ability of the James Webb Telescope to make amazing new discoveries, some even before the Big Bang. Exploring strange new worlds, understanding the origins of the universe, searching for life in the galaxy. These are not just the plot of a new science fiction movie, but the mission objectives of the James Webb Space Telescope. But how can a mere telescope achieve all this? Well, stick around as we answer this and more. Let's begin the video. On Christmas, NASA launched the Webb from French Guiana in partnership with the European Space Agency and the Canadian Space Agency. Now the telescope is on its way to a point nearly 1 million miles away from the Earth. On its journey, the telescope has to complete a difficult mechanical maneuver, assembling itself. The telescope is so large that it needed to launch folded up inside a rocket. Over the course of several weeks, it needs to unfurl its various components, from its sun shield to its mirrors. According to NASA, more than 300 potential technical problems or single-point failures could potentially doom the mission. But when it fully deploys in space, the Webb will usher in a new age of astronomy, scientists say, and show humanity things it has never seen before. Scientists started thinking about a follow-up even before the Hubble Space Telescope launched in 1990. After more than 3 decades in space, it's unclear how much longer this boundary-breaking satellite will be able to scan and photograph the universe. The Webb was originally supposed to launch in 2010 and cost around $1 billion. Its price tag ballooned to $10 billion and it's way overdue. But the wait'll be worth it, at least according to the scientists who expect new and revealing glimpses of our universe. The Webb will surpass the Hubble in several ways. It'll allow astronomers to look not only farther out in space, but also further back in time. It'll search for the first stars and galaxies of the universe. It'll allow scientists to make careful studies of numerous exoplanets, planets that orbit stars rather than our sun, and even embark on a search for signs of life there. The Webb is a machine for answering unanswered questions about the universe, for exploring what has been unexplorable until now. Here's a guide of what the telescope is capable of. The launch of the Hubble Space Telescope, named after famous astronomer Edwin Hubble, was itself a huge leap forward for astronomy. The Hubble allowed us to view space in great detail for the first time ever. It also taught us about the age of the universe, what happens when stars explode, and black holes. It helped establish many of the boundaries that Webb hopes to push. Most powerfully, its observations have led scientists to believe the universe is expanding at an accelerating rate, propelled by something so mysterious that scientists simply call it dark energy. But the technological achievements of NASA's newest telescope is unquestionable. It's set to take the success of Hubble a step further. But how exactly does it plan to do that? The Webb improves on Hubble in 2 key ways. The first is just its size. Hubble was about the size of a school bus, whereas Webb is more like the size of a tennis court. The thing is enormous, Strawn says. Webb is by far the biggest telescope NASA's ever attempted to send into space. But it's not just the total size of the contraption that matters. When it comes to reflecting telescopes, the key component is the size of its curved mirror. You could sort of think of a telescope mirror like a light bucket, Strawn says. The more light you can collect in this bucket, the fainter and farther away things you can see in the universe. Hubble's mirror was an impressive 7.8 feet in diameter. Webb's beautiful gold-hued mirrors combined for a diameter of 21.3 feet. Overall, that amounts to more than 6 times the light collecting area. What does that mean in practice? Well, consider one of Hubble's most famous images, the Deep Field. In 1995, scientists set the Hubble to stare off into a teeny tiny patch of sky and capture as much light as it could from that one spot. This photograph revealed Hubble's larger power as a time machine. In astronomy, the farther away things are, the older they are because light from faraway places takes a very long time to travel to Earth. That means this Hubble Deep Field is not only a snapshot of space, it also contains the history of our universe. Galaxies in this image appear to us as they were billions of years ago. If the Hubble can show us images from billions of years ago, and the James Webb Telescope is way more powerful than that, does it mean that it can allow us to look into space at a time way before, even before the Big Bang? Isn't that fascinating? Think about it for a while. But while you do subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to receive instant notification about all our future videos. What Webb will do is take that field that we just talked about and go even further. So the tiny specks of light in the background of the Hubble Deep Field will brighten and become more detailed. We'll be able to see spiral arms. We'll be able to see structure, and then we'll get more specks of light even further in the past. We'll be able to see further back in time with Webb. With Webb, astronomers will be able to see so far back that they'll potentially spot the very first stars and galaxies. Hubble has seen light dating to about 400 million years after the Big Bang, which took us about 13.3 billion years to reach us. That's far, but Webb has the capability to take us 250 million years after the Big Bang. It might not sound like a big difference. What are a few hundred million years between friends? Actually, it's the difference between seeing the first stars that ever turned on and arriving a bit too late after the funeral. Astronomers call this period when the first starlight shone through the universe cosmic dawn. With the Webb, humanity will be able to glimpse at it for the very first time. Beyond that are barriers through which even the Webb cannot see. Prior to the first starlight, the universe was shrouded by a dense, obscuring fog of primordial gas. As the National Science Foundation explains, there's no light that reaches our telescopes from this time, which is called the cosmic dark ages. There is some background radiation from the Big Bang called the cosmic microwave background, a faint glow that shines on us from before the dark ages. But for the most part, the dark age is a blank spot in our timeline of the universe. Astronomers hope the Webb will help them understand the end of the dark ages and figure out what causes this fog to lift, ushering in cosmic dawn. Scientists suspect the starlight from the earliest galaxies did it. If you have a cloud of gas and it encounters energetic light, that energetic light will ionize that gas and disassociate that cloud. And so if that light just is turned on, it then hits that gas and really transforms the entire universe from a dark place to a light place. The James Webb Space Telescope, the largest and most expensive and complex space telescope ever built, is now in space, heading to its final destination. If everything goes according to plan, we will soon enter a new era of astronomy. So are you excited to look way back into time and learn about the universe from billions of years ago? What do you think we'll find out? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to watch more of our amazing videos, then stay tuned.